What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of your precious time and sharing it with me. Now, this video is going to be a little different because I actually had no intention of recording a video like this for this specific product. I was actually commissioned by LaView to create some promotional content for their R3 cameras, and I actually ended up loving the product. So hopefully this video brings a little bit of value if you were in a position where you were looking for a surveillance camera or something to be able to monitor not only your office, your loved ones, but those packages. We've been getting a lot of mail since, of course, the first stay-at-home orders, and living in an apartment complex, I've always had my reservations regarding allowing people inside my apartment while I'm not here. So that's why when LaView reached out, I said, oh, you know what, let's give it a shot, because this is actually something that I've been looking into for the past couple of months. So I was provided with two LaView R3 cameras, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, all I was really meant to do was to capture some B-roll content and some photos, but I started using it. I actually spent a week using it as a daily camera system inside my apartment. I have two of these, and these little guys are feature packed. Not to mention, they remind me of like that WALL-E character. I forgot the name. It's like the female robot. The LaView R3 camera, right now it's running for about $39. Having said that, I have seen it on the internet across the $29 price range or in the $60 price range for two of them, which is super affordable when compared to other camera systems in the industry. It's made out of plastic, but it feels good and solid to the touch, and it has a really nice design as far as the shininess of it and the matte finish of the actual body. Now, this is a full 1080p camera that has a 100-degree field of view, and you can actually record video directly on an SD card or in the LaView cloud system. I personally don't have the cloud system. I've been using the SD card, and so far so good. I'm actually very happy with the picture quality. I'm not looking for like a Canon EOS R in terms of like the resolution and the dynamic range. I'm just looking for something that I can keep an eye out in my apartment when I'm not here, especially since we have a lot of gear, we have packages coming left and right, and of course when we work from home, one of us stays here, and it's not only a good way to keep an eye on your apartment, but also as a two-way chat. I've been actually pulling pranks on my wife all this time with the two-way audio, but it is a fantastic tool if you have multiple cameras in different floors or a basement, or maybe you have it in a different room. It could be a really cool way to communicate. If you have a porch or a balcony, you can actually mount it upside down or even sideways in the wall, and it could be a really good doorbell method of communication if somebody's leaving a package in your front door, or you have a porch, or you have something covered, because this is not an outdoor camera. I don't know, hopefully not, but somebody maybe trying to get into your place, this is a really good option, because not only it has the two-way audio, but it also has motion sensing, and that's huge, especially if you live in an apartment complex like me. Sometimes maintenance can come into the apartment and do inspections and do service requests when I'm not here, and I want to make sure I'm keeping an eye out on my technology and my gear, which is super important. The one thing that actually kept me thinking a lot about this camera is how simple the setup process was. I'm a fan of simplicity, and I was generally surprised. It took me honestly like 30 seconds to a minute tops to set it up. Once you download the app and create an account, all you really have to do inside the app is tap on the plus button, find the camera you're trying to add, and the app creates a QR code that you actually place it right in front of the camera, and that pretty much creates a communication, and that was it. I didn't do anything else at all. I have a couple of home accessories like the Philips Hue light bulbs that you see behind, and different smart switches. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes there was a little bit of tinkering. There was resetting, there was manual modes that you had to manually input some information. And I was already mentally prepared for, that kind of tinkering, and it just worked. So I'm a fan of that. Another fantastic feature is that we can pan and tilt this camera via the app, which is awesome. I actually had a different camera in the past that was static. It was actually a little bit more expensive. So that's why I was very, very surprised that this camera system has such an affordable price point. I was already preparing myself to have a camera that didn't have as many features because of the price point, but it was completely opposite. It definitely proved to me that you can get a really good product that gets a job done and you don't really have to spend a whole lot of money. And if you already have Amazon products or Google Home products, this pairs directly with it, which is really useful for people trying to create automations. Something similar than what I do with my lights, like whenever I say film night, the lights change, and so you could create something similar with Google Home or Amazon Alexa. Now it's funny how everything works, because I was legitimately looking for a camera solution that was affordable and really not that expensive in order to keep an eye out inside of my apartment, because some of us are starting to work outside while our loved ones are staying home working, or for whatever the reason is. So it was very, very convenient that this was commissioned to me, and that's why I felt compelled to share this. We normally do photography and videography with smartphone content, but for the main purpose of keeping an eye out on your gear, keeping an eye out on your loved ones. That's why I wanted to share it. A little bit different than the kind of videos that we do in the channel, but if you're in a similar situation where you're looking for the means to keep an eye out inside of your home, link is down below. But I want to know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop them down there so we can continue to create content that's relevant for you. Once again, thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Didn't put us both together quite right. Babe, you know me, but did the last thing you remember burn bright? Looking for hindsight through dark.